Alright, this is 12 bar blues, lesson number 3. And this is just the solo, the second part of it. We're actually, lesson number 3 here is in another video. This is just the solo detail. Alright, we had the solo I played at the end of the last video. I'll play it one more time for you. Okay, so this is the second half of a two-chorus solo, so we want to be a little bit more driving with it. I'm taking chord fragments. We have just a regular G major chord right here. I'm starting off with the note, the 3rd fret 2nd string, 4th fret 3rd string out of that G chord. And we're just playing those two notes or a double stop. And I'm picking everything down. They're triplets, so we're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. And with the straight down strums, it's going to give it kind of a more driving feel. It's going to make it a little bit more exciting or interesting than if I was just like alternating, going or. So I'm going to take that. I got a full measure of that. Now what I just did there is I took it and moved from the 3rd and 4th frets on those strings up to the 6th and 7th frets on the same string, same shape. Right here, these two notes, if you look at it from the chord, right, that's the major 3rd and the perfect 5th. This is the perfect 5th here, and then the minor 7th. So they're all chord tones out of that G7 chord. And then I'm repeating the first one again. And then here, right, what's going on is I'm actually playing kind of a diminished chord. The 6th fret 1st string, 5th fret 2nd string, 6th fret 3rd string. And as I'm hitting it, I'm actually bending it sharp a little bit. So I'm kind of getting towards being an actual G7 chord, but it never quite gets there, and that's part of like at the 4th bar of this, leading into the 5th measure of the 4 chord from our 12 bar blues chord progression. That creates a lot of tension. So let me play those 4 measures for you one more time, and I'll do it a little bit slower. Alright, so I got that. Now in the next part we're going to the 4 chord, which is C in this key. And I'm playing 3-note chords on this one. Now here I've got just a regular C triad. 8th fret on the 1st string, 8th fret on the 2nd string, 9th fret on the 3rd string. That's just right out of the C major chord. And then I move it down 2 frets. Now as far as the chord theory goes, we've got the 7th, the 11th, and the 9th here, so it's kind of a jazzier sound. And then we have the 5th fret on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd strings, which happens to be the 6th, 3rd, and root. And then we've got the 3rd fret on those 3 strings. We've just slid it down, and that is the 5th, the 9th, and the minor 7th. So these are all chord tones, almost like if we were playing like a horn line or a jazz chord melody kind of idea. But it gives me, instead of going like, which is kind of a boring thing, I've got these big blocky, which we'll get to that last little bit in a second. So that's over the 4 chord. So far what I have, starting from the beginning, so let's look at that last lick right there. from the 4 chord, the lick we just did, I actually ended it by hammering my middle finger onto the 3rd string 4th fret, which brings us back into a G chord. Kind of leads us back into the harmony. Now, what I'm doing here is I've got my first finger barred at the 3rd fret, 2nd and 3rd strings is what we're playing, and I'm hammering onto the 4th fret 3rd string, so once again I'm making a G chord. And then right here I've got the 5th fret, 2nd and 3rd strings, and then I'm playing on the 2nd string the 6th fret, and on the 3rd string the 7th fret, which gives us the 5th and 7th, which we talked about a little bit in the first lick. And then I'm going back down, doing the hammer on, and then here what I'm doing is I'm playing the 5th fret 4th string and 5th fret 2nd string 6ths, and I'm going down chromatically, so I'm playing the 5th fret and then I'm playing the 4th fret and sliding it down into the 3rd fret. You've probably heard like blues players play that sort of movement. It's kind of the same idea. So that lick right there, one more time for you. Alright, and then the 5 chord. The 5 chord, we're actually stealing an idea that I've mostly heard Stevie Ray Vaughan do, and where he's taking a 9th chord, a D9 in this case. For the D9, you're putting your middle finger on the root, which is D, on the 5th fret 5th string. Your first finger is on the 4th string 4th fret, and then your 3rd finger has to bar the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd strings on the 5th fret. This might take a little doing. If you see my hand from this angle, see the 3rd finger, that finger is kind of pushed flat and the other fingers have to stay arched in order to get the sound happening. Pretty important on this. But for this, what we're doing is we're taking I'm taking that 3rd finger bar, I'm playing the root, the 5th fret 5th string, and then the barred part, I'm just sliding up to the 7th fret, and then going back down to the 5th, and sliding up to 7, and back to 5. And then when I go down to the 4 chord, same idea, but I'm just going, I'm not doing the first part of it, I'm just doing the slide up and down. So the 5 chord, which is the D, 9, and then the 4. I just played a G7 chord there, and then we've got a little turnaround lick, which will probably be pretty similar to the turnaround lick in the last solo. With the G chord, once again I'm playing a lot of chord tones here. I'm sliding into the 4th fret 3rd string, and then I've got the 2nd string 3rd fret, 1st string 3rd fret, basically a G chord. And what I'm doing here, 6th fret 1st string, 5th fret 2nd string, and I'm kind of like, remember from the 4th measure of this, the diminished chord, same kind of idea. I'm just kind of tweaking them sharp a little bit, just enough so that they don't quite get in tune. Alright, and then going back down, 1st string 3rd fret, 2nd string 3rd fret, 5th fret 3rd string, 2nd string 3rd fret, 3rd string 3rd fret, and then back to the root on the 4th string 5th fret, and then just leading back up into the D chords. I'm going on the 5th string, 3rd, 4th, 5th with the 7th chord, kind of like from the turnaround.